Night Health continues in studio. Araldo Maglara, he is the host of Healthy Lifestyles with Araldo. We also have, of course, the insane Daryl Wayne. We go to, I don't even know where she's visiting, but we'll find out. Pittsburgh. Are you in Philadelphia, Cricket?
I'm in Pittsburgh today.
Pittsburgh. Oh, okay. It was close. And right. We've got Cricket Lee, founder of FitLogic technology that powers Little Black Pant, and is betting that 125,000 women are not wrong. So when I was talking about doing this segment, Cricket, I was thinking about me personally. I wear a size 30-30. Maybe I should wear a 32-30, but that, never mind. But I just buy the pants. It drives my wife crazy because she spends hours and hours looking for a pair of pants and walks away depressed. Is this a common thing that women just can't find pants that fit well?
Well, it is, and the reason is basically, the reason men have more of a standard in their clothing is because during the Civil War, they had to have a way to fit the uniforms on all the men, so they came up with a system and started, measuring the waist and the inseam length and the length of the jacket and the arms and so forth and the necks. So that system was put in to men's clothing. But still into the early 1900s, women were still either making their own clothing or going to a tailor. So when ready-to-wear was beginning, I think, in the 1930s, they were trying to come up with a system, and they ended up, through the next 20 years from there, measuring military women and in the U.S., so they were like Caucasian military women, 25 years old, and it was like during the World War II and post-war. So they were all food rationed, so they were all thin women. So the standard that was set by the ASTM actually in 1952 was kind of demanded by the Mail Order Association because they couldn't sell clothing because of the fit problem. So they adopted a standard of women, and it was basically the hourglass shape, and that really only was representative of about 14% of women globally.
Well, that would be Jane. That would be like Jane Russell and Marilyn Monroe in 1950.
Exactly. That's exactly hourglass shape. But if you think about it, look at the Hollywood, the looks of the Hollywood women back then. They were all like hourglass shapes, and even after World War II, women started wearing pants, but they were like men's pants. They were trousers with pleats. If you remember the Katharine Hepburn, high-waisted pants, they were trousers with pleats, so they really didn't fit the form. So that standard really didn't work. So in 1983, Ronald Reagan lifted that standard, and vanity sizing was born. So Donna Karan and designers like that started using knits, and it just opened it up to all kinds of sizes and shapes. So today, women, like 86% of women, say they can't find clothes that fit, and about 55% of women refuse to try on clothing in the stores, and returns are between 30 and 50% for clothing online. So
holy moly!
I know, it's crazy.
Well, you've come up with an idea called FitLogic. We're going to talk about the technology with that. One of the things that we should back up with is the fact that you spent how many years in the fashion industry yourself in a variety of positions?
Oh, probably 20 or so, just doing marketing and product launches and product development and so forth for different companies, everyone from like Saks to Hanes to Hager to JCPenney and so forth. So I did the product launches for them, and having an advertising background. My dad was also kind of an engineering head. My dad designed missiles for NASA, and just taught me to solve problems. So I took on solving this problem about 15 years ago, and it's taken me this long to really get through a resistant industry to a time that e-commerce really demands a standard. It'd be like buying a pipe or a sheet. You just couldn't do it very well if you didn't have standards. So That's what I've got as a commercial standard for apparel.
Gotcha. Because, guys would buy top sheets and forget the fitted bottom sheets, right?
That's right.
Right? That's what we would do. And, of course, you work with your daughter, Natasha, who's the creative director of Little Black Pant. We'll talk about that in a moment or two, too. All right. So I don't know anything about women's clothing. Geraldo?
Well, my daughter, like we've talked about before, she's a recent graduate of FIT, so she's all into the designs and the look. I guess my question to Cricket, if I had to ask you, is what do you see as far-wise as a trend right now in the industry, or where do you see it in the next 5 years or so?
Which particular part of the industry?
The designing part of it. I see a lot of.
Well, I will tell you. I'll just give you kind of a general overview of my impression and my observation is that fashion has changed tremendously from the days of the supermodel and super designer, which were kind of vague and hidden from us. Today, everything's driven from celebrity and social media influencers. Everybody has their 15 minutes of fame, and everybody wants to be a blogger or some kind of model. So everything's changing. I think people are tired of, and part of the problems with retail right now, people are tired of the big box replication. Like you go from one town to the next, you've got the same malls, you've got the same stores, and you've got the same brands. And they've kind of, squeezing out or have squeezed out all the, the innovative kind of cottage designers, and I think that's going to change, and that's one of the things about my system is I want any designer to be able to access a fit system and take that out of the purchase decision. But I think it's rapidly changing. I know my daughter is not as brand focused as she used to be. Now she is in her purses and her sunglasses and in her shoes, but in her clothing, like they're into fast fashion. They shop. They more or less do throwaway fashion, whereas women my age, we invest in clothing. And we don't spend what we did 20 years ago in an outfit, but we are more thoughtful about what we wear and buy. So everything's changing.
Would you say that I was accurate in saying that women get depressed when they shop?
Women feel really bad about themselves when they can't find clothes that fit. As a matter of fact, in that 86%, it's like women are debilitated. And I've watched women go into the dressing room with clothing and go, "Oh my God, I have to go try this on." And they come out in their FitLogic and they're so excited because they found something that fits. And we've sold $9 million worth of pants, little black pants, just black pants on Facebook only in the last, I'd say, 5 quarters.
Wow!
To prove out the concept that women are buying the fit. They really can buy a black pant anywhere. They want something that fits them. And so the promise of FitLogic is you get in our database, and then we'll be able to lead you to clothes that fit you in any brand and any style. So that's my future dream, is to have many brands adopt FitLogic and take women not have to think about the fit anymore. They just buy what they like because they're only looking at what really fits them, is in stock, and looks good on them.
So let's take a look at men versus women again. All right, the 30-30 that I buy for jeans or even slacks or dress pants, that's easy for guys. So if a woman has a size 5, my understanding is that Donna Karan and Ralph Lauren can have a size 5, but it could be different. I mean, it could be different length, different waist.
Well, the industry does, the way they do fit is really kind of an antiquated application. They use a fit model, and that fit model, if she gains weight or if she has a baby and goes away and they change the fit model, their fit changes. If they're trying to address a shape, they might pad that fit model, but they're going to keep the same fit model. And it's not really what we call an anthropomorphic change. Like, our bodies have a very natural change by shape. And what I discovered was 3 basic shapes on the bottom that fit about 95% of the women. Shape 1 is like Nicole Kidman, Martha Stewart, Kathy Bates on the large size, Yoko Ono. You get the picture of that kind of straight up and down shape. That's my shape 1.
Absolutely. Kathy Bates is up and down?
Well, Kathy Bates is a larger woman like
Right.
me, but she's a shape 1.
Okay.
So we dress a different way than, let's say, a Kirstie Alley, who's a shape 3. So shape 3s are like Beyonce, Oprah, Kirstie Alley. They carry their fullness in their upper thighs.
Gotcha.
And they have a smaller waist. And so they're going to want to dress to show off their waist and kind of camouflage their thighs, whereas a woman that's a shape 1, we dress to show off our legs and camouflage our middles, because that's where we gain weight.
Gotcha.
So you can get a real good picture if you think of Julie Andrews. Julie Andrews is a shape 1, and when she was young, she looked like that Hollywood, she looked shapely, right?
Right. No,
but as
absolutely.
she gets older, she's getting bigger on the top, and her legs are getting slimmer, and her butt's getting smaller. So that's a real good visual.
Right.
To
So
give you an idea about it. And then the shape 2 is Marilyn Monroe. And Marilyn Monroe and Sarah Jessica Parker and Queen Latifah, those are shape 3 women, and they basically gain their fullness. Spencer is also, Octavia Spencer is also a shape 2. So you could get a picture. Those women gain their weight, gain their fullness all over equally. They lose weight and gain weight equally, and that's the way the industry does their sizing. So no matter what shape you are, they're using the same linear system. So that's why it's so frustrating out there, because there's 5,000 different fits, and women, the onus is on us to find something that fits. And so that's the difference in the men's and the women. Men at least have some kind of a similar, they have a measurement here and an inseam length and all of that they can go to. Women don't have that.
And so FitLogic actually, by shape, you can go in and get a size, say, 6. And what is the average woman in America now? I think it's a 10 or a 12?
Well, our average size that we sell is an 8.
Is an 8, okay.
Mm-hmm. That's our average size that we sell. There's kind of a bell curve with it. Women are frustrated all the way down, up and down, because of the shape issue. But in our system, like today, you can get a 29-inch length or you can get a 36-inch length. So we address both the shape and the length. And we just have some simple styles right now, but the whole idea is to get you into your fit first before you address style.
And FitLogic, of course, is a technology. Mm-hmm. And it's a technology that's, hopefully going to change the fashion industry for the better. Our guest is Cricket Lee. She has developed FitLogic. It's a patented operating system for apparel developed to help women not be depressed when they're shopping, and of course to cut that return way back down. Cricket and I will be back in just a couple of moments as Late Night Health continues. Geraldo is here with us from Healthy Lifestyles with Geraldo. Of course, the insane Daryl Wayne is here as well, and Cricket Lee. Just a point of information. Imagine design clothes to fit 94.8% of all women. That's what FitLogic does. All right, Cricket returns as Late Night Health continues. Be sure to visit us at latenighthealth.com and facebook.com/Late Night Health. We return. Take it away, Daryl. Late Night Health is proud of our partnership with the EBC, the Evolutionary Business Council. Check them out at ebcouncil.com.
Welcome to Guide to the Soul. This is Robert Clancy. Balance in life isn't about making everything equal. It's about sharing equal parts of your heart for each area of your life. Many people seem to struggle with bringing their life into balance. Family, work, and health all seem to be a challenge these days. Think of the demands you have on your own schedule and time. It can be frustrating and overwhelming. What's most important to discover is that peace is not about finding a quiet place among the chaos. Peace is about listening for the divine whispers of love amidst this turmoil. Take a breath and you will find balance.
For more inspiration from Robert Clancy, visit guidetothesoul.com or go to the Moments with Robert page on latenightshealth.com.
Are you being audited and do you owe the IRS $10,000 or more in back taxes? Is the IRS threatening to take more of your money? Don't fight the IRS alone. The Tax Doctor is here to help you negotiate a lower tax bill. The IRS can freeze your assets and seize your bank accounts, but you can stop these IRS actions. The Tax Doctor will fight for you using industry secrets that can stop any IRS actions, eliminate penalties and interest, and reduce your past tax bill so you pay the IRS less. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes, call the Tax Doctor now for a free IRS audit emergency review.
800-663-5107. 800-663-5107. 800-663-5107. That's 800-663-5107.